are here again with the FIFA 2026 World Cup in North America. Today, I want to focus on Group C. Very interesting, since I've been talking about Brazil, I want to talk about Morocco and Brazil. They're both in Group C, together with Scotland and Haiti. The top two teams from each group qualify automatically. And then the 8 best third place teams across all groups. So in Group C, we could see Brazil, Morocco. I think those two, it's probably safe to say they will definitely qualify as the top two teams. Now, whether Brazil will be top and Morocco second, or maybe Morocco top and Brazil second, then they'll be followed by Scotland. I do not believe Haiti will make it. Now, what will determine the top team and the second in this group? I think that both Morocco and Brazil will defeat Haiti. The match between Morocco and Scotland, chances are Morocco is going to win. Morocco is a team that has proven itself. They've been playing together for a long time. They were the first African team to reach the semifinals in 2022. They're solid, they're structured, they have discipline, they're tactical, they're fast, and they score goals. Now, one of the best players on that team is Hakref Hamidi. Let me see, check the name again. What's his name again? Hakimi. Hakimi plays for Paris Saint-Germain in France. Very good player. So between Brazil and Morocco, who will win? It's a little bit difficult to say. I would say 60% chance Brazil will win, but I will caution Brazil to be careful with Morocco. Their biggest strengths include defensive compactness, tactical patience, midfield discipline, transition speed, and they have emotional composure. In other words, they don't panic defensively, which sometimes Brazil tends to do. And that's why they brought in Carlos Ancelotti, to bring that calmness, that discipline, and that patience. Now, Brazil defense in this cycle is a little bit not convincing compared to the 1994, 2002, and even 2006 teams. Brazil defense has always traditionally been dominant, except this time, especially against the rapid transitions of Morocco, with Hakimi, Brahim Diaz, and Nesiri, and those runners in the midfield. That would create a lot of danger for Brazil. But I've seen Brazil in the friendlies, the international friendlies that they play recently with France and with Croatia and with Senegal. They were able to hold off Senegal and they were able to score. So if they can apply the same discipline, even though I noticed some lapses during the game against Senegal and also with Croatia, but I still have a little bit more confidence that Brazil can pull it off, especially if they dominate Morocco with their forwards and the attacking group that they have. But another scenario is both of them could end up drawing the game, with Brazil dominating possession, but Morocco dominating with defensive structure, and both teams respecting each other, and they decide not overcommitting recklessly. So we could be talking about a 1-1 draw, just like with the friendly between Brazil and Tunisia, or even a 0-0 draw. But I am a little bit more confident that I believe Brazil will score at least one goal. And I also see Morocco scoring at least one goal. So it's a 50-50 thing. Now, the details will determine the outcome of the game. And chance, okay? Fatigue and lapses, which I notice sometimes Brazil defenders tend to commit some of those go-through lapses moments. Thank God for the goalkeeper who bails them out often. Now, the game that will determine the first place in the group and the second place is Scotland. Scotland brings physicality, aerial pressure, intensity, emotional energy, and aggressive pressing. Now, the kind of playing football, can become uncomfortable in tournament settings. Now, what will Morocco bring? Superior technical quality, more elite level players, and better transition football. So I would say maybe Morocco wins, and maybe they also have a difficult draw. Brazil with Scotland, Brazil should be favored because Scotland usually struggles against elite dribblers like Vinicius and other players on the Brazilian team, rapid positional movement, technical attackers in transition, and Brazil has too much attacking talent against Scotland. But Scotland could also make the match physically difficult for Brazil. So it's possible that I see Brazil beating Scotland, but it's possible, depending on the outcome between Morocco and Brazil, it's possible that Brazil may choose to be a little bit conservative, even with Scotland, which would put them in second place. And that would automatically mean Morocco in first place. Because Morocco, they're fearless. Listen, they are not underdogs, okay? Last time, they eliminated Spain in 2022. I see them advancing to the quarterfinals again, but both Brazil and Morocco. So Morocco will beat Haiti. Scotland, Brazil will beat them, or at the minimum, draw, but I don't see them beating Brazil. And Brazil will beat Haiti. And if Brazil beats Haiti, draws with Morocco, and if they don't beat Scotland, if they draw with Scotland, and Scotland beats Haiti, then it's Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, or Morocco, Brazil, Scotland. Now, Morocco finishing first, some of you may be wondering, what am I talking about? It is no longer shocking. This is an important psychological shift in world football. Before 2022, if someone predicted Morocco to top a group containing Brazil, people would have laughed. But now, it feels completely possible. Morocco is a very strong team, and they've played together with the same coach and the same team for many years. Brazil is learning to play under Ancelotti. Now, they have a lot of new players, and they're trying to learn how to play under Ancelotti. They're learning. This is a new system. And they've had Ancelotti only since May last year, which means that this is a team in the making. Okay? Let's go.